free. And what's cool about that, they had the graduation at Gillette Stadium, which I thought was kind of cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so they
You get to go on the field?
Yeah, well, the kids did. You know,
Oh, that's what, nobody else? You got to be what, assist in the stands?
That's still pretty cool.
It is, but I'd like to be on the field myself.
Well, Bri, as you remember, and I made sure I told everybody in my row that I have played a soccer game on Gillette Stadium before, and I did win the MVP award.
What was it? A bunch of
It was the celebrity soccer game, or whatever.
no, that didn't start with a C. It started with an S. It was Special Olympics.
No,
soccer
it was
game.
it was
John won a medal.
Yeah, I did though. I did.
Of course you did. Every time you entered something, you won one.
I won a trophy.
Yes,
I won.
went home with 12 trophies that day.
And I won the MVP award. But I also
didn't win anything technically.
Right, I did. I won the MVP, and I got red carded, so I got kicked out of the game because I was a little too physical, a little too violent.
I don't know what red carded means because I'm an American and I don't care about soccer.
I was with you. I didn't know they could kick you out of a game. That's why I was just going hard. And apparently you can't.
You're not allowed to kick other people in the nuts and then get the ball.
Yeah, apparently soccer's full of a big bag of pussies, Brad. And you can't go that hard in the game.
Who knew?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and then maybe because it's a whole celebrity soccer game, you're not really supposed to do that.
Well, it wasn't really a celebrity.
No, it was half-ass celebrities.
Yeah,
I mean, I was a celebrity.
Yeah, exactly. It was you.
Yeah.
It was a Dudley from
Yeah. Well, that would have been a huge. That would have been A-lister compared to what was there.
Different strokes. Dudley the neighbor,
That's
and then
right.
the old guy who molested him in the bike shop.
All right.
They had him there too.
And they even had Wilson before he died.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And the unannounced guest was the Soup Nazi.
Ah, yes.
So,
And we chatted with him for old time's sake.
yeah. Hey, remember us?
Yeah, we did that great radio interview with you. Remember
Yeah,
when we had no idea who you were?
Yeah, that's going to go down in history.
Yeah.
I was interviewing that guy on WMEX, and neither one of us knew who he was. We thought he was really just a guy who made soup.
Yeah.
Because he came in with cases of soup.
Real soup.
Yeah, real soup. And was like, hey, you guys want some soup?
We're like, no.
No, move, stupid.
Nice chef coat, you idiot.
Yeah, why are you wearing a chef coat at 6:30 a.m.?
Yeah.
You weren't just, we don't even have a kitchen here.
Yeah, the soup is in boxes. You weren't like stirring a crock pot or anything like that. I was like, what the
But
hell?
you do look very chef-like.
Yeah, I will say that coat fits you swimming.
It certainly does.
Yeah, but then it ended up being the real soup Nazi from the Seinfeld episode.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that was only one episode.
Yeah, very famous episode. But
very. I mean,
he's made a career out of it.
Yeah, I like Seinfeld, the Seinfeld show. I can't go back and say, oh, remember this episode like you can with King of Queens. I can't do any of that.
I can do it with Seinfeld too.
Can you really?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't. But I do know that episode a little bit.
Phenomenal.
And to know that was just one episode, and it was that, I guess, historic in a way.
Yes, it changed the face of modern television, John.
I guess it did.
I don't know why, but it was a funny episode. I mean, was it all that plus a bag of chips, as the kids say?
They do. They keep saying.
Yes,
that.
I know they keep saying it. I just picked up on it recently.
Really, it's a good one.
Yeah, gag me with a spoon because these kids, don't get it. But as far as that episode, I think it was funny.
Yeah.
I mean,
for what it was.
Out of the series, there are a few of them, like the contest and stuff like that everybody knows. But to be quite honest with you, it's because the other ones weren't that good.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. No soup for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was funny. I got it.
Didn't have many lines to remember. I mean, that's kind of cool. And no soup for you. All right.
Rigamatoni. Like when he says that.
I don't know what that one was.
Yeah, I don't know. It's when Elaine was let's put this way. Somebody stole her armoire.
No,
yes, that Kramer was watching.
Yeah.
And then Kramer was talking to Soup Nazi, and he had an armoire to give away, which ironically enough, but he doesn't like Elaine because he threw Elaine out of the store. But he didn't know it was Elaine, so he gave it to Kramer to give to Elaine, and then Elaine got it. And when she opened it, had all his recipes in it.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes, and then so she came in.
That's
and
what it was.
He's
The
like,
recipe.
You could get no soup for me. And
Yeah.
then she's like, oh yeah, I don't need it. And she started reading it. And then he felt bad.
Oh.
And then closed down. Remember, he gave all the soup away?
Very
Because
good.
Newman came back,
And
ran
that's
back
what-
with a big pot.
He was giving the soup to us.
Yes.
Yeah, when he came in. Fast forward a few years.
Yeah,
and we
but it
had that
wasn't
soup.
fresh soup like that. It was
Nope.
out of a can, and
It wasn't out of can, Brian. It was out of a box.
well, okay, it was a box of soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did try it. Because if you remember, Brian, we set up the interview, you and I. And then when the Soup Nazi came in, we thought it was just going to be a guy selling soup. We had no idea. We thought it was
Which is really just such a hard interview to get for radio.
so
interesting.
Such a dumb interview, but it was like one of those things. Like, okay, fine, we'll do it. It was one of those interviews, and we were really thinking, all right, it's the Soup Nazi from Seinfeld, but we were thinking it's just going to be that label, like it's the brand Soup Nazi soup. and that's it. But no, it was a real actor, so we had no idea. Nobody told us it was a real actor. This guy looked like a douche, so it was like whatever, you know. And then I know it was him, and he was, he wasn't too thrilled that we left. But we literally let him stand outside the studio for a good half hour,
Yeah, and then we brought him on the air for about 2 minutes before the show ended.
just before the show.
And then we didn't even plug the soup. Totally
No,
forgot to plug
No,
the soup.
because like, well, who brings this crap in?
Yeah,
It's in a box.
Because as soon as he got in, and we kept saying, "Wow, you really look like the guy from Seinfeld."
Yeah,
It's like, "Are you guys high?"
he's like, I am.
Yeah.
I'm not a chef. I'm an actor.
Yeah, I don't know how to
Like, what?
cook.
Well, why you fooled us with that coat? Why are you in wardrobe? This is radio, you tool. Just really weird. The whole
Yes.
situation was so strange, but yeah, our interaction with the Soup Nazi was epic.
Yeah, it certainly was. Go down in history, radio
Yeah.
history, John.
Yeah, certainly will. Certainly will. All right. So, how was your weekend? Do anything fun, exciting, or anything like that?
Yeah, it was.
So this is kind of one of those questions I'm asking, but I already know the answer.
Yeah,
So just let the cat out of the bag. I kind of know the answer, but hey, Brian, how was your weekend? Do anything fun? Anything interesting? What happened? Anything new?
yeah. Anything changed
Yeah.
just suddenly for no
I
reason?
wasn't gonna ask that. I was just.
Oh no.
because-
Once again, I'm not gonna. I don't want to put my thing out over the air here.
That's right.
I just do have a friend that some weird things happened to over the weekend.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Is it a close friend?
Very close friend.
Oh, do
You
I
know?
know this friend?
I think you may have met him 1,000,002 times,
good.
John.
I hope I like him.
So you know exactly
oh,
who that friend is.
1,000,002 times. That
Yes.
means I must see this friend a lot.
You do, and
Oh.
you have for quite some time. You
Oh.
just don't realize it because he's always there.
Do I see this friend now? Like, am I
Uh,
seeing this friend now?
I don't know. Are you?
I think I am.
See, I can't see through your eyes, John. So I don't know.
Good point.
Thanks, John. Yeah, just have you? Okay, let me just put it this way. And like I said, my friend.
Does your friend care that you're talking about this?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there minding my BI business
Right.
on Saturday.
As you're known to do.
I certainly am. I got a phone call from a friend that
Mhm.
says, "Hey, dude, do you think this is weird?"
Yeah.
And starts
That's
asking.
funny, Brian. I got the same sort of text.
Well, maybe this person had to reach out to both of us
Oh,
to see
okay.
what we thought.
I understand.
And just was saying like, "Hey, do you think this is bizarre between, I don't know, a couple or something that, out of nowhere somebody would do something
Right.
that's totally out of the ordinary, and then when called on it, yells and screams at the other person and tries to make it sound like they're crazy."
Sounds normal.
Yeah. But what happened, I guess, to this gentleman,
Uh-huh.
and I don't want to put too much information out there
Right.
about him.
Why would you?
Exactly, John. I'm just here. I'm a therapist, though. Like on the
Mhm.
radio, that's what we're going for next.
Yep.
We're going to be radio therapists.
Yep. So far, we're doing good at it.
Yeah, we're doing great at it.
Mhm.
But apparently, I guess his significant other went somewhere.
Yeah.
And disabled the Find My Phone app.
Huh.
Well,
Well, I mean, that's something that never happens.
okay. Well,
Well,
John.
I
In all
mean,
fairness, cheaters disable it all the time.
that's true. I will say, people
If-
who are doing something they're not supposed to do and do not want the significant other to know about, they'll certainly shut that baby
Well,
off.
especially because apparently with this couple, they had just had an incident with that app
Huh.
because I guess something had happened and one didn't respond to the other. So the one opened an app and saw that the other person was at a hotel room at 11:30 at night.
Get out of here.
Yeah. And then
Hmm.
the person didn't tell, as oddly as this is, didn't tell their significant other that, "Hey, I know this sounds weird because I'm a lying sack of shit. And I said that I was going to do something with a family member. And then
Yeah.
meanwhile, I wound up in a hotel in a major city."
Oh, so hold on a second. So your friend is your really good friend is telling you that his significant other,
Yeah. Let's straighten it out just so everybody understands where we are.
yeah,
Here.
his significant other is at a random hotel,
Yes.
but he didn't. But his significant other did not tell your friend.
No.
Just went to this hotel.
Oh, yeah. And then, and did not tell my friend prior, did not tell my friend that day, and did not tell my friend afterwards.
Okay.
The reason he found out was
Yeah.
because he had written some stupid text to that person saying like, "Hey, I don't know, maybe I'm watching your animals or something, and here's a picture of them, and they're all doing great."
Right. Just wanted to
Yeah.
send you some love.
Yeah,
Mm.
there you go.
Yep.
And then saw that it wasn't being answered and said, well, let me see, make sure that person's okay. And went to the app and then saw that person at the hotel
Hmm.
and then realized that it went blank and said no location found.
Right.
So
Hmm.
he happened to sign out, sign back in, and took a screenshot of it just in case that person decided to lie.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Now, the funny part of all this, because it just gets so much better, is that when confronted, I guess his significant other started saying, "Well, listen, I know we've been together for quite a long time, but this is none of your business.
Really?
Yeah, I'm allowed to go out with my friends and not tell you. I'm allowed to wind up in hotel rooms overnight and not tell
Well,
you. I'm allowed. I'm a grown person."
okay. Well, there could be a legit reason or explanation for this. I'm sure the hotel where your buddy's significant other, the random hotel that she stayed at, I am sure had to be like hours and hours away from her
Oh, yeah,
house.
just didn't want to drive home?
Yeah, so to make it easier,
Well,
you have a drink or two at the hotel. If you're you're like, hey, might as well just stay here.
well,
instead of driving."
John, I believe that that person did tell him that, yes, I was high and had a drink or two. So I decided to stay in the hotel that is 6.7 miles from my own home
Oh,
because there was no
oh,
other way to get, to my house. I mean, granted, if you walked, it would take an hour and 15 minutes, but
yeah,
they have Uber,
yeah. Uber, but plenty of cabs.
cabs. I mean,
Well,
limos if
maybe
need be.
maybe this person doesn't have any money.
Or-
No,
or
two
your
nickels,
boyfriend-
can't run. They can't pay
Yeah,
for a cab.
dead broke. Yeah, no, I don't
Because
think
you
this
and
person
I-
has that type of issue.
Really?
And I also know that that person does have a boyfriend
Mm.
that if was called and said, "Hey, I had a little too much to drink. Would you mind picking me up?"
Right, right.
Would have done it.
Yeah, but the boyfriend's taking care of the dogs, though.
Yeah, he's taking care of the dog. So apparently there would be no way in hell for
No
that
way.
guy to put the dogs in the car, go pick somebody up, drive that person 6 miles, and then
Yeah.
drive back.
Or leave the dogs at the house real quick because
And then
it's only gonna
because they
take-
were probably sleeping because it was after, I don't know, when you realize your significant other is in a fucking hotel
yeah,
after 12 a.m. and you're told you're a jerk off
yeah.
because you caught them. That's a weird thing, I think.
Yeah,
And
I
pardon my
think-
language, everybody. I'm just quoting this gentleman verbatim. That's why
You
I'm
can
allowed to
call
say
me jerk off anytime you want.
it.
Yeah.
But it gets so much better.
Hmm.
So this person, is going to something and disables the location device. So I'd like
Huh.
to know, people in the chat room or whatever. What do you think? Like, if your significant other went somewhere without you, which is fine, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
People have their own lives. But then when they got to that place, they disabled their location device. They didn't answer your text. The fact that you never, ever, ever call them because everybody texts and you called them and then they they let you ring 7 times once, they bounce you the next time, and then they let you call 7 times to a recording the third time, and then don't call you back at all. But they do acknowledge you called 5.5 hours later in a
Yeah.
text message.
Hmm.
And then be told, look, you're just paranoid. Like, what would you think if once
Really?
again
You're just paranoid.
you're just
eh?
paranoid? But
Okay.
once again, your significant other goes somewhere after you had just caught them in a hotel room.
Right.
But don't worry, it was just with a girlfriend. They were just friends. It wasn't anything bad.
right.
Yeah,
A
stupid.
couple gals out yapping, Bri. They
oh,
get tired.
Bunch of
Talking about-
college gals
Yeah.
just
yeah.
knocking back a few and staying
Yeah.
in hotels.
Yeah, a couple sorority sisters.
Yeah.
Just
Just this is
talking about the times.
just absolutely ridiculous. So
yeah,
so
I don't. I smell something fishy here.
So I'll say, so think about it this way: your significant other goes away, they turn off their location device, they don't return your texts, they don't answer your phone calls, and then at one point, the response you do get, maybe 18 to 20 hours later, is a very dismissive one that says something like, "Here was busy at party, going to bed."
Oh, and just a couple hours after. Just
Yeah, just a couple hours.
just a couple hours.
Oh yeah,
later.
20.
20.
Yeah,
Okay,
20.
so your friend didn't get a response for 20 hours,
Yeah,
and then got that small little cryptic response.
Yeah, so he had text them on Friday at 4, and he got in the afternoon, and he got a response at 2:30 in the afternoon
Oh.
on Saturday.
Oh. Okay.
You know,
All right. Well, that's
nice.
doesn't. But I'm sure the location was put back on.
No,
just to say,
actually,
hey.
no. He did mention too, hey, your location device is off,
Oh yeah.
and that was just ignored.
Oh.
It was ignored on Saturday into Sunday, and
Well, that's weird.
but
I
don't
mean,
worry, it turned right back on as soon as they got home. Yeah, just have just turns right back on as soon as they get to their home.
I will say that I bet you have a buddy, or your buddy has a buddy that
Mm-hmm.
would have said, "Hey, wouldn't it be funny if that location gets turned on as soon as she gets back home?"
Yeah, wouldn't it be? Wouldn't
Yeah.
that have been ironic?
Huh.
And somebody may owe someone else $20 for the bet because they
Yeah,
called
thank
it.
You. I need gas.
They called it immediately. Yeah. So, well, see, here's the funny thing. So there's more.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
There's more.
There's more. So, so when those people now are conversing, as the person who nobody knows where they really went, because see, that's the thing too. You were told where they went, but there's no proof that they went there. You're supposed to accept the word of somebody who turned off their location device and it was lied to you,
Right.
and you just caught in a hotel the week before.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, but you got to take
Exactly.
their word, otherwise you are an asshole.
Right. Yeah. I can't believe you are questioning this.
How dare you
Yeah.
talk to me that way?
Yeah. Right, big deal. I was at a random hotel. Didn't tell you
Yeah.
anything about it. Big
And it's
deal.
because, well, you know something? That's because that's what this relationship has devolved into. I just decided not to tell you. I decided I'm allowed to do whatever the fuck I want to do,
Yeah.
and you are going to be this jerk off watching my animals.
It's just incredible.
It's amazing.
It's really, really incredible.
And once again, I apologize for the cursing, but I think I've hit a
I
nerve
told you, you can call me jerk off as much as you want.
with this guy, and I'm just quoting what he said to me directly.
Right, because your buddy's upset.
Very
You
upset.
know, and he
As-
should be.
as-
He
yeah,
should be pissed. I would
as
be pissed
well.
too.
He should be.
Yeah.
I see that a lot of people in the chat room aren't taking the old turning off the location side.
Well, you know something, Brian, the location part of it is kind of weird. I mean, me and my girlfriend, even me and my kids, we all have our location on, and it's not to check up on people at all. It never is. But it's a convenience thing. It
Well,
could
John-
be for like, hey, is there an emergency? I can quickly get you. I know where you are. Or is it something that, hey, let me just check real
John,
quick. Maybe she's driving. and she can't
that's
answer.
been explained.
Yeah.
Because it's none of your business where I am, and
Oh.
I will turn it off
Well,
anytime I go out with my friends or anytime I go somewhere. Because once again, I just want you to remember, this person was told, "Hey, I am going to, I don't know, somewhere that's 40 miles from my home, but I'm going to go there for 3 days because I'm going to a wedding or something."
she probably knows a lot of people there.
No,
so-
no, it was her supposedly her elderly parents' friends
Oh.
kid.
Oh.
That, by the way,
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, you know something? That person sent me a picture saying, "Hey, this is the picture she sent me trying to prove she was in church."
Yeah.
And it's an obvious gay wedding.
Yeah.
And the wedding that this person went to was not a gay wedding. So
Right.
it does seem weird that, the photo that you stole offline happened to be two women
Hey,
getting married.
You know something? Maybe they went to a bunch of weddings. They said, "Oh, there's another place over there that's having a wedding. Let's go check it out."
And then when asked, by the way, "Ooh, that's a nice looking church. What's the name of it?"
yeah.
was told, "I don't know. Even though I was there for 6 hours yesterday, I don't remember the name of it.
Oh,
And it's not a saint name either. Ooh, and I don't remember the town."
yeah. Oh, so you don't remember the town? That's bizarre because usually it's like, where is it? Hyannis? Okay, Hyannis. I go.
Oh,
"Where is-"
actually, I think in fairness, he might have said she gave a roundabout like
Oh.
that kind of. Oh, it's near blah blah. So I think, yeah, I'm
Jesus.
not exactly sure where. I
This
think
is
it's
just-
to be in all
Well,
fairness.
I mean, I don't want to speak for your friend or
Yeah, of
anything.
course
I
not.
don't know him as well
course
as you do, but
No.
I will say
Well.
she's lying.
Yeah,
There
you
is
think?
not one bit of this that she is telling the truth. She's it sounds like your friend may have caught her.
Yes,
know,
because what he told me was the immediate anger that he got, and it was, "Don't stalk me." And he basically said, "We've been together for half a decade,
Yeah.
and I've never questioned anything about you. Don't call me a stalker. I'm just asking you a question." And the fact that you're freaking out like that because I'm asking you a question kind of tells me that I don't know, you might be snagged.
Yep, I agree with you.
You might be snagged.
Yeah, might be.
I know your mic does suck, man.
That's okay. The location part of it. The location part of it to me is just unbelievable.
Well, now,
I mean, because you don't.
that's irritating.
All right, you don't shut your location off ever unless you.
Unless you're doing something wrong. Exactly. Yeah, his mic really does suck, everybody. Actually, you do that thing where you can do it a few times.
All right,
There you go.
All right,
There you go.
I'm going to keep my hands here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're good.
The location thing, you never ever shut off. You just don't.
Yeah.
It's there for a reason, and it's more for safety. It can be used for convenience. Me and my girlfriend use it all the time for little things. Like, we know our work schedules, so if we want to, grab the person before they're actually home to run to the store real quick, we'll look at the location, say, "Hey, you're right near this place. Can you quickly go and grab whatever?"
Well, what's funny is because as this guy who, like, he was trying to say to me how everything took a 180 yesterday, everything that he believed and everything that they have been doing for half a decade took a 180 on him.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of baffled, like, "Well, wait a minute. When did all this start? Like, what happened?" And to be told, it's called being gaslit, everybody. When somebody immediately who has done something wrong blames you. It's a democratic way of thinking, by the way. It's a liberal way of thinking. You know what I mean? Because as stupid as it is, you have this person that is so caught. And then instead of just saying, like, once again, if you're in a relationship with somebody, like I told my friend, any normal human being would have said, "Hey, you know something? I'm not gonna obviously do anything wrong. We've been together for a long time,
Right,
but if
right.
that makes you feel uncomfortable, I won't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it on. I'll tell you where I'm going, and then if you want to check, go ahead and check. I don't
Yeah,
care.
exactly. That's
You
what it
know?
should be.
Yeah, instead of go f yourself. I'm turning this off every time I go out, and if you don't like it, sucks to be you.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
the pure reason why you do not turn it off. Because what if something happened?
I don't care about something. You know
You
something.
know?
That's the whole thing. Normally, it's for a safety thing,
Yeah,
but also, when you're in a relationship and the person you're supposedly with is 60 miles away driving and all that
yeah,
crap, you want to make sure there's no accidents and
absolutely.
whatever. I mean, I honestly have had this on my phone, and I never check mine.
Well,
You know,
why did you put it on in the first place?
because my girlfriend actually put it on for me.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah, and then because we have a great relationship,
Yeah.
we have a great one.
Well,
And-
that's nice. I like that she put it on.
oh, just so because how considerate.
And so it
to
was
say-
her idea to do
Oh,
that.
yeah,
That's a
and then-
great idea.
And then she friended me, I gave her my phone because I have nothing to hide.
Right.
So I leave my phone open. I let her do stuff on my phone because I'm not a skank.
right.
You know what I
right.
mean? I'm not somebody that's going to lie to your face and screw you over
Yeah, you
as
can-
soon as you walk away.
Right.
I'm
You-
just not that type of person.
Absolutely. Your phone can be open. It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
Well-
and I do think it's funny because the way this person is acting like your friend is really stalking for looking for whatever
Yeah.
with the whole location thing. But it sounds like she's acting like they were recently dating but they've been together for how long?
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
Okay, so you're right, half a decade.
Yeah.
And you certainly have the right. Honestly, I think when you're in a relationship, whether you're a parent or you're with a significant other, you should always know where that person is. I always want to know where my kids are.
Well, you see, here's the thing, and this is like I know this person's had a looser relationship in this way, meaning this, like kind of just like me,
Mhm.
like same attitude of, listen, you have stuff to do, I have stuff to do, go do what you got to do, and we'll try to on the times that we're available, kind of intermingle as a couple and do whatever we do, and
That's right.
and whatever. I don't want to step on your shit. You want to go out with your friends, go out with your friends. You want to go hang out and do something, go ahead.
Right.
I mean, I would just assume that if you're my girlfriend or I'm your boyfriend, I would be included in some of it.
It's a mutual respect.
And
It's
there's
just-
zero.
yeah,
and-
there should be check-ins during the days.
Well,
There
but
should-
once again, even if you don't want to do that, because she's
get
the
it.
total opposite. I don't want to check in.
okay,
But once again, this isn't hey, you're in, at work, I'm going to check on you for no reason, like a mental patient.
right.
And by the way, when I told my friend, and this is just my opinion, everybody, and I'm not trying to start any trouble, but when he told me that his significant other had told him, let's say, I don't know, I'm not from around here. Let's just say Cape Cod.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let's just say the Cape. Well, when told, hey, I'm going to go to the Cape for the weekend, and then turn off my location device and then not respond to your text and not answer your phone calls. I don't think that person was at the Cape, John.
Yeah, hearing this for the first time from you, I don't think she was at the Cape either, Brian.
No,
I have my suspicions, and I don't even know the situation.
Yeah. I will say I don't believe that person was where they say they were.
Yeah.
I think and then to be
Are
told,
you saying there wasn't really a wedding?
well, no, Joe, check this out, because this is what his significant other does. Once again, it's gaslighting and it's bad lying. Is they always include a family member in on the lie, so then
Right.
you can't
Yeah.
challenge it.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for my blank. I'm doing this for
Wait.
my dad. Or
All
my-
right. So is every family member that is mentioned, are they all like failing in some way?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe someone can't drive, they
Yes.
can't see, they can't
They're
walk.
very elderly.
You're never
they're in
with
a
somebody who
wheelchair.
is young and spry.
No, it's always the elderly.
All right.
And
Always got to help.
apparently, though, the elderly wanted to get to this place a day before the wedding, stay away from her home for 2.5 days. And I guess it was in a hotel. Well, you see, that's a problem too. Apparently, when my friend was writing this person and said, well, where are you? Because your location's off and you don't tell me where you are. And got well, I'm at, I don't know, somebody's house.
Yeah.
Somebody's house. And they're all asleep now, so I can't talk right now. To then, one day later, when being confronted about something totally different, cops and says, well, I had nowhere else to stay, so I had to stay at a hotel because that lady that I told you about, that I said I was sleeping at her house, she lives too far to go there.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Because
that doesn't
when-
make sense.
What it means is she now is on to the fact that person is on to her, and she's afraid maybe he checked and got a location off that thing again, like when she got screwed going to the hotel.
That's right.
So she's trying to cover herself like, crap, I don't want to say I was there because he might know that I was at a different place.
That's right. Yeah,
So
you're
that's
right.
all this is evolved to. So yeah, I was dealing with a friend who was dealing with that all weekend, John.
Mm.
And I mean, to be quite honest with you, it actually gets worse.
Yeah, you're kidding.
It
Well,
just-
so far, Steve in New Hampshire says she's busted.
Yeah, I would
mean,
think so, right?
from only hearing a couple minutes of this, he's thinking that, I'm thinking that. I mean, I smell a rat
Yeah,
immediately.
I think a lot of people do. And once again, though, you see, but then the gaslighting has started on my friend where he's being told, I don't know why you're acting like this.
Oh, so yeah, that's gaslit. I mean,
Yeah.
turn it right around on
Yeah,
you. You're
why
the
are
bad
you
guy.
doing this? And why are you doing this to me? And you're acting like I'm a bad person. And it's funny because like I told him was, well, listen, this is the bullshit that people do when they're snagged.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is remain calm and remain focused. Like, let's just say your issue is turning off the location thing, and their response is, well, I'm going to do it every time. Okay. I think when they start then saying, well, how could you do this to me? What are you saying that I'm doing? You got to say, stop. I'll get into that part of a discussion later. But right now, we're taking it one step at a time. And you are telling me that you are just going to say F you and turn your stuff off and do whatever it is you want to do and expect I'm just supposed to believe you when
Yeah.
it could easily be proven by just keeping it on like everyone else does.
If you've got nothing to hide, you're not turning
yeah,
it
you're
off.
not exactly.
You know, I mean, it's one thing. Like, I get it if you're going into maybe it's a function, an event, or whatever the hell it is, and you don't want to be bothered, so you'll shut your ringer off. But you still, your family, your close people, they know where you are, just because you have your location. On. You
No,
don't
John.
shut that off.
Apparently, when this person winds up in bars and then in hotel rooms of
Yeah.
other people, don't worry. It's always a woman from college.
I think it's crazy. It's always a woman from college.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never heard that excuse before.
Well, you know,
Oh,
because
it's just a friend from college.
because this person
How long
is
ago
bad at covering their steps.
How long ago was college?
Oh, I don't know, probably at least a decade or two.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I honestly, and then that person was told, "Hey, I want to go out a lot without you."
Oh,
Is what was actually said to the man.
yeah, that makes sense too.
Was said, "Hey, look, I've been busy my whole life. Now, that I'm getting some free time. I don't want to spend it with you. I want to spend it with other people."
Oh,
And when the guy even said, "Well, look, I'm busy too, so I'm not saying I want to be with you every second of every day. Who the hell wants that?"
right.
But maybe I don't know. You introduce them to one of your family members after 5 years.
Oh, so yeah, your friend has never been introduced to these people?
No,
Oh,
nor her friends.
I'm sure your friend has done like. I mean, you said that she travels. I'm sure your friend has traveled with her. Just a quick little vacation.
No,
Oh,
her friends have, but not her.
Why didn't you? Oh, really?
Yeah, her friends go, but not him.
How come your friend didn't go to the wedding with her? If she didn't know anybody and it was a 3-day event? I mean,
Well, because it was
honestly,
a family thing, and she doesn't want to.
family. It's even better because on the Cape, it's a nice.
Well, it's not a real family thing because remember,
Oh,
what's
these
this?
sound like excuses.
Well,
but
they
that's
kind. What
just
you mean? One after another, after
Well,
another, after another.
when you have them ready to go.
What?
Yeah, kind of.
And the fact that the best part is, let's say the people that she claimed she was bringing to that wedding because it was her parents' neighbor's kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's not one picture of her parents that are in their 90s at this wedding.
Oh,
There's no pictures of her at this wedding
really?
because what happened was when she went into the church, John, apparently they said, "Hey, everybody, cell phones away.
Cell phones away.
You're not weren't allowed to have a cell phone out." And then
What,
and
the-
then
is
hold
the
on, John,
president
hold on.
speaking?
Hold on because they said you got to put it away because nobody has a camera on their phone during a wedding.
Right. Nobody does. Nobody ever wants to take.
And that person couldn't text back during that time because the groom's parents had car trouble. And since the groom's parents had car trouble, the wedding was actually delayed by quite a few hours.
Quite a few hours.
And that person was like, "Holy F, I'd really like to go into my purse and get my phone."
I wish
but
I
I
could
was told
just-
not to.
I wish I could just text my boyfriend to let him know.
But you know something? Well, that person was also told that you're not a boyfriend.
Oh, that's
You've been
weird.
with me for 5
years, though.
years
Oh.
every week,
Huh.
and talk to each other all the time. Been through a lot of horrible things in this little life
Yeah.
in 5 years, and we're told, well, you're just somebody I want to maintain seeing on a weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much
that
what
really-
I was just trying to help a friend all weekend.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's funny because I was helping a friend over the weekend too. He has similar issues and whatever, but this is totally different because he had issues. His girl was in a different state.
Yeah, well, yeah,
In a different
yeah,
state.
yeah, exactly. I think one said they were at Cape Cod, the other one went up towards New Hampshire or Maine.
Yeah, yeah. I had like I don't know, an event up there or something.
Yeah, I don't. You know something? All I know, I heard it was just a great groove
Yeah,
up there, and everybody was having a great time. And by
Yeah.
the way,
Mm.
I think everybody who goes to that wannabe mob swinging club
Yeah.
turns off their location device.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what you do. Wow, you must know the same buddy I'm talking about because that's basically what he was saying.
Yes.
And what he didn't realize is that his girl, he didn't know she was is a kind of a performer, I guess, or like goes on stage and stuff.
Yeah, I
You
heard
know,
that too.
doesn't sing or anything, just kind of like back up. Like
Yeah,
do
hot
up.
girl dancing,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
basically.
yeah. That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
And that's what my buddy was saying, and he was like, "I had no idea my girl did this."
Yeah,
Just like
well,
because with friends, nothing provocative or anything, just like a little doo-wop dance.
yeah, but
That's all.
once again, wasn't that person not supposed to be in that state?
Yeah, no, it wasn't supposed to
And
be.
did that person also turn
Uh,
off their location device?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
And
you
did that
got
person not correspond with somebody that they were dating for with a while?
no, and in fact, this guy was with her for 5 years as well. Actually,
Oh, how
yeah,
ironic.
that's weird.
And once again, classic misdirect. I went south when I went north. What are
Yeah,
you, crazy?
yeah, not bad.
You know something? Once again, people could say whatever they'd like. I've told my friend I don't think he's crazy.
Yeah.
I think everything he's saying. I said the problem is you're a little too observant
Hmm.
because most of this stuff would have got past a lot of people, and that's
Right.
what people are used to. They're
Right.
used to the hey, hey, I'll talk to you later. Oh, I got busy with mom. I got busy with the kids. I got busy with the dog.
Yeah.
Something like that, and then you blow it off. Meanwhile, once again, they wind up in hotel rooms
Yeah.
with college friends.
Right.
Don't
yeah.
worry, though, nothing.
College friends that you hadn't been in college for at least 30 years.
And couldn't come up with a name.
Yeah, yeah.
By the
couldn't
way.
you can't. Yeah, which I'm assuming your friend's girlfriend is a very smart person,
Of course. Yeah.
so would probably know the name of the town that you're in at any given time, especially if you're in your kind of your area you grew up
Well,
in.
yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, they grow up there.
Yeah,
There was also other things. There's so many.
really.
Yes.
Well, I feel bad for your friend. He must have told you a lot.
He did.
Yeah.
I was
I mean, my
on
buddy
the
did
phone with
too.
him a lot.
My buddy did too, but it was just just a different state.
I just don't, I was telling him, something. Sometimes, no matter how much it sucks, you got to kick the shit to the curb
Yeah,
because that's what it is. Is
Mhm.
you either stay and let it drag you down because it's never going to change, and all that's going to happen is you're going to try to act like, yay, we're going to fix this, and then she's going to do the same shit, and you're going to catch it, and then say, why did I just put myself through this nonsense?
yeah, that's right.
People don't change.
Yeah,
You
you know
know?
something. It's funny because I wanted because all this stuff was going on, and it's all like cloudy and weird to me. Because I have a whole big thing with respect, and as soon as somebody crosses that line with me of respect, they're dead to me. I
Yeah,
don't,
exactly.
honestly, I don't care who it is, and it depends the level of respect, but literally dead to me, and I don't care. It could be a family member, which I hope not, but it could be anybody. I just don't like it. So I happened to mention this to my girlfriend when she came home. I was just like, "Hey, my buddy's buddy having a little bit of an issue," and I literally got maybe a sentence and a half in of some of the things that have been happening recently, and immediately she's cheating, she's cheating, tell him to beat it, she's
Wow.
cheating immediately, and then she would bring up things like, "I bet you she's saying this, I bet you she's saying this," and I'm like, "Holy crap!" I didn't
And she
even
was
tell you
right?
this stuff, and she was nailing everything,
Yeah.
nailing all the scenarios because all of this is stereotypical
Yeah.
cheating shit.
Yeah, it is.
And
It's cheating behavior.
Yeah, and it's all stuff that you do when you're like 20 years old.
Yeah.
And you're popping around different significant others because you're just finding your way in the world. You do that crap when you're in college.
Yep.
High school. That's when you do it. When you're an adult, you just don't do that anymore because you're tired of the crap.
Well, you would think, but now all of a sudden, this person, I guess, because was living, I don't know, in a relationship for 5 years, has decided like they need to get out and be wild again.
Yeah, come on.
Well, go be wild once
Y-
again. But what they're trying to do also is they're trying to keep that other idiot
Yeah,
in place. And I keep telling him, don't be an idiot, because here's the thing. Once again, yeah, he loves this girl, but shit happens.
Yeah.
Nothing you could do. You cannot make somebody do what you want them to do, and unless you're willing to tolerate that bullshit. And I don't know how. And this is what I told him: how you could live with yourself accepting that.
Yeah.
Meaning, so next time she says to you, "Hey, I'm going to be going away for a few days with mom again, and I'm not going to text you, call you, and my location shits off."
that's
So are you going to be okay with it?
yeah,
Are
right.
you going to be all right? Are you going to be happy? Are you going to want to go hang out with this person the days you were supposed to hang out with them? I don't think any of that's going to happen. And I said, you cut your losses now, be an adult about it, and just say, look, trust is gone. It's over.
The trust level, the respect, all that.
Just amazing. I'll tell you though, I felt bad for the guy
Yeah.
because I heard him having to realize it. Because remember, just a day before that, he thought everything was fine.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
things have been, he said, like, things have definitely cooled off in a relationship,
Mhm.
but after 5 years, it's kind of what happens.
It does.
But it wasn't a bad thing. It's not like they fought. They
No,
never fought. It was
no.
they kind of talked to each other,
Yeah.
not as much as they used to, but
And sometimes that's just relationships just evolve in
Yeah.
a certain way. Which is totally normal.
of course it is.
You know?
But once again, you don't then start saying you want some side life,
Right.
You know what I mean? And then when even just asked, like you're being told you have no right to ask me that.
Right. Because if you do want the side life, you say to your boyfriend or your girlfriend, whatever, like, hey, let's go grab a drink here. Come on, I really
Oh
feel
no,
like
no, she does not want
Yeah.
that person to go with her.
Yeah, that's
She does not want
clear.
to be in public with that person.
Uh-huh.
When she does not want any of her friends to meet that person.
Well, yeah, you said that this person is the boyfriend, your buddy has never met any of her friends,
No, but
family, nobody.
the best part is he's very antisocial too.
Oh, okay.
So he's happy that he didn't have to listen to her bullshit and listen to her dumb friends that he's had to hear as she's texting, and it doesn't sound like anything you really want to be involved in.
Yeah, so perfect.
But, yeah, but that's when they had trust.
Yeah.
Then it was okay, yeah, do your thing. I'll be over here trusting you. You know what I mean? Because when
Wow.
I go out, I don't turn my stuff off. And by the way, anytime I tell you, and I'm saying my friend's saying this, not me.
Right.
Anytime
No,
I
not
tell you where I am, that's where I am.
Mhm.
Not once has there ever been a me telling you I was at Cape Cod when I was in New Hampshire.
Oh, and I have an idea why that happens.
Why is that?
Because you got nothing to hide.
Oh, that might be the case, John.
You've got nothing to hide.
Might
And
be the case.
That's why this is so frustrating. Literally nothing to hide. No big deal. Location's on. Everything's happy. It doesn't matter. You can come and go because the respect's there.
Of course.
You both get it. But now shutting a location off, not returning a call or a text in 15, 20 hours, whatever that is.
And well, actually,
outta
I
here.
believe between the hours of 4 p.m. on Friday and 4 p.m. on Sunday, so
Yeah.
it's 2 days, there were 4 texts, and 2 of them were forced texts because that person had said, "I'm concerned. I don't, you answered the phone and didn't say anything,
Hmm.
and now it's just going to voicemail. I know that you have issues. Are you okay?"
Yeah.
And to not get a response, and so that person had to respond 4 or 5 hours later because I guarantee you that person was afraid that the other person would have said, "Well, I'm here to help.
Right.
I'm here to help you." And then when you say, "Well, you told me you were in Cape Cod, where are you?"
Right.
And that person has to not answer you, and then say stuff like, "Yes, I know that you're here visiting actually somebody else,
Ugh.
but I'm going back to bed." Not
Oh.
where are you? How far away are you? Oh, maybe I'll slip out for a drink. Instead, it was, I went to bed early. I woke up for a second and saw this. I'm
That's
going
right.
back to bed.
That's right. I mean, come on. Yeah, because I mean, what if your buddy had a friend to go meet up with and wanted to include her?
Yeah, of course.
What if he had a friend that happened to be on the Cape as well?
Well, the problem would be is that friend was really at the Cape.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, is this a friend that you have that is friends with the guy who owns a bed and breakfast that has a little bar there that
Yes.
will let him come anytime he wants just to hang out and be like, hey, old friend, come on, have a drink. I don't care what
Yes.
time it is. Come on. It's
A
just a
quaint little place, actually,
Yes.
that I've heard.
small little place. It was an oldie.
It's nice, though. It's really nice.
It's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
an old hotel, but him and his wife turned it into a nice bed and breakfast. It's kind of small, but it's perfect. And they got a little bar in there, and it's almost they have the atmosphere kind of like a speakeasy in a way.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
people don't really know too much about because in the Cape it's weird, but they have these laws and
Yeah,
stuff.
but you gotta be on the down low with a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
so you can't stay open too late.
Well, this person should have known about it then if it was on the down low.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that my buddy has that and loves it. Been doing it forever.
Well,
No?
once again, I think the
Hmm.
only issue would have been is that if said person would answered the text or answered his call, he could have said once again because he had written, I heard what I heard, and this is why what set the other person off. By the way, the one who got caught was my friend's buddy, like you're saying, was down actually where this other person claimed to be.
Right, really was though. He really was.
He really was.
Mm.
And he said to his friend, "Hey, it would be nice. Come down. My friend's got this place. Your chick's here. Well, I'll grab it. My chick's here. We'll all grab a quick drink,
Yeah,
and blah, blah, blah. It'll be fun."
it's cool because it's old school.
Yeah,
It's
and-
not supposed to be.
and-
It's quiet,
And
nice.
the thing that's getting all skewed, by the way, was this is about 9:00 at night. Okay. When the person that was texted, because the person,
The
text-
guilty one.
the guilty one,
Mhm.
texted them and said, "Hey, I'm going to be heading down there to meet my friend, and let's go get a drink. I mean, can you sneak out for a minute? Because really, you're doing nothing. You're at some old lady's house.
Yeah, so come on over.
Well, that's where you said you were.
right,
um,
right. That's the story.
Yeah, that's the story. So when my friend got down there, because as he was driving, because she didn't answer the text, he texted her again, saying, "Hey, I'm halfway there. Do you want to go out for a drink?" She doesn't respond. So then he calls her, and it rings 7 times and goes to voicemail.
Huh.
And he's thinking that's weird. So that's when he checked the location thing to see if she was
Ah,
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
and he realized it was off. It said no location found. So then he calls back because he's thinking, okay, I'm only 10 minutes away from this place. I don't know
Yeah.
where she is, but I know where you or that
Yeah.
other guy was.
Yeah.
And he knew where his friend was.
Yeah.
And
Because they share location
of course they do.
and never shut it off.
Of course
because
not.
why would you?
Why would you?
It
That's
keeps
stupid.
it easy.
What are you, guilty?
Yeah.
So so he then calls and the person panic picks up, doesn't say anything for about 20 seconds. You could hear it was a panic pickup, like F, this idiot's calling me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this is what I think the guy's girlfriend was thinking. Some guy's calling, or he's calling me, and I can't let it ring because it's going to wake the old people up.
Right.
Wink, wink. And I got to answer him because he's going to keep calling. So instead, they just hang up on him. So he calls back and it does the same 7 rings into a voicemail.
Oh,
Okay.
usually what some similar situations have happened in my life too, when somebody calls you, but you're in a situation that you can't talk because you don't want to disturb whatever's going on.
At 9 o'clock at night at elderly people's house, which you were just told.
So what I have done in that situation is text real quick. Hey, give me 5 minutes. I'm in a place where I can't talk right now. But 5 minutes and I'll call you back.
Well, once again,
That's
John,
usually what happened.
I agree with you, and I think that's because you're probably where you say you are.
Right.
Because so here's the dilemma, everybody. The girl, we'll say, says she's at something, let's just say the Cape again. Her boyfriend now is meeting his friend down there and wants to pick her up to have a quick drink. So he's there. Location device off, not responding to anything, on and on. So really what happens in this case is if she responds and she's not there, okay, he's going to know.
Right.
Because even if she's tired, he might say, well, why don't you I'm going to swing by and just give you a kiss goodnight.
Just a hug and a kiss.
Yeah, I just want to give you a hug real quick and
mwah.
yeah, just whatever. Or I'm going to drive by, lean out the window and wave to me. I'll flick the high beams at you.
Bye, my love. I'll see you later on. Have a great time.
So you can't answer if you're afraid of that. So what you do then is you wait 5 hours to respond.
That's right.
To that because you're hoping at that point the person had gone home.
I mean, basically, it's a cheater's textbook.
Of course it is.
That's all this is.
A bad one.
A real bad. I mean, this is everything written in the first page of that book.
This is ridiculous. Yeah. So now, the guy made a comment when she finally responded, and he said, "Oh my, thank God you had." And he wasn't even being suspicious at this point because he's kind of dumb. He said, "Thank God, I thought you had fallen again, and because when you picked the phone up and then didn't answer it." I may have thought you fell and the phone's out and and then the location device is also, I didn't know what to do.
It's 90 degrees. Maybe you slipped on ice.
So and then to say something like, as a joke said, yep, I was going to have to drive up and down every street looking for you. Haha. Or no, to help you.
Yeah.
To get told you're a stalker. You're going to drive up and down streets of a town to look for me.
Oh, well, clearly that was just more of an exaggeration.
It was a joke.
Kind of a joke.
It was a joke. And it was more of a, hey, thank God I feel good, better that you're okay. So the fact that you're okay, and something, I was so worried about you. I was going to go door to door asking to make sure you were okay.
Right.
Because God knows you didn't tell me where you were going.
Yeah. In no way were you're saying that, hey, I'm going here because I'm trying to find you. No, this was, oh, thank God you're okay. Because man, I would have searched every street looking for you if I had to.
Well, that now has turned this guy into a stalker, apparently.
No, to me it looks like somebody, a very nice, concerned boyfriend saying, "Phew, thank God, because you had me worried, but I'm glad you're okay."
You see, but once that and here's the thing, that person who did not respond until 3 a.m, let's say, okay, after that other person had called and written at 9:30 at night,
unreal.
So almost 6 hours, is basically gets a very short, bizarre. I was sleeping. No, I'm not going out for a drink with you.
Oh.
I'm going back to bed. I'm at blank's house.
Oh.
Okay. Said they were at a certain house.
Okay.
And you're like, all right, well, that's a snotty email, whatever. So that guy wrote right back though saying, hey, I'm just glad you're okay. Did this happen? To then not get a response to that text for 20 hours. So waiting, like, I thought we were just engaging and now you're going to make me wait. And then the response you got was basically, who cares?
This is classic.
Who cares? And then, by the way, what this person had said, I'm sleeping at this woman's house and gave a name once again, to then say, when pressed, well, of course I had nowhere to stay. I had to stay in a hotel. But wait a minute. I have a text here of you telling me where you were.
Yeah.
You realize you're lying because I realize you're lying, to then be told that you're crazy and you're making stuff up.
Right. Well, that's the easy go-to.
Yeah. It's called gaslighting.
Yeah. That's something that a liberal would do for all those little things. Liberals, that's how they react. When their back's against the wall, they say, well, what about what you were doing?
Exactly.
And then it makes you think about what they just said. So you're like, hold on a sec.
I just feel bad for this guy because here's the problem. He's kind of a dope,
Mm.
right? And he kind of just does things blindly. Like he just thought they would together. So now, regardless of whatever she wanted to do or he wanted to do, he was just behind it. Like,
Yeah.
if she like not meeting the family or going places with her, he didn't care. He just figured she would do her thing, he'd do his, and it is what it is. Not thinking that he couldn't trust her. That's what throws the whole thing off. Because if you can trust somebody, then go do what you got to do. You want to turn it off? Okay, that's fucking weird, but go ahead.
Yeah.
I trust you, but let's be honest. When there's zero trust and somebody's doing that, why would you bother?
Exactly.
So I told him, something. I think it's time, just in my humble opinion, to kick that bitch to the curb.
Yeah. No
And
good.
it sucks because once again, I know you love her, but
Yep.
she's not treating you with any respect. She's not showing you that she loves you. So the fact of the matter is, sometimes you have to look. My mom used to say, listen to what people say because they're telling you what they mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just actions speak louder than words. I always thought that was funny. But you know what's funny? That's a great thing for a Democrat. Actions speak louder than words. They say one thing and they do another.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that's exactly what this person's doing.
Yeah.
And to try to gaslight the other guy, and once again, then have everything thrown at him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything thrown at him, and everything is he's an asshole, and
Right.
and calm down. And he's like, well, wait a minute. First off, I'm not yelling, but secondly, you're telling me that a relationship I've been in for 5 years, you're out partying and winding up in hotels. And even if you didn't do anything, you never told me.
Right.
Once again, if you told me, hey, Bri, something, or hey, guy,
Yeah.
I'm just speaking like if it were me.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's
it's your
put it that way.
close friends.
If it were me. But if it were me and said, hey, crazy thing last night, I was out, I don't know, with my stepmother for her birthday. Sounds silly.
Yeah.
And then I wound up somehow running into an old college friend at 10:30 at night, getting a little drunk, and then going up to their hotel room because once again, that's what adults do.
Right. Always.
Yeah,
Always.
that's what two female adults do. They decide to get drunk and then get high with the stuff that she gets from her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then
Hey, since we're here, right? We both live in the same town that we're in. Why don't we just stay at this hotel?
we'll stay here.
Right.
Yeah,
That
we'll
makes
stay-
that
yeah,
makes
once again,
total sense. I know.
How about this? Why wouldn't it be to your friend if you actually did meet one? Why are you spending money on a hotel? I got a house 6 miles away.
Yeah.
Come stay with me for the night.
Yeah, silly goose. Boy, how much money you spend in that hotel? And what was her friend doing? I mean, it seems like they
Just randomly at 10:30 at night.
Yeah, so she randomly ran into a college friend she hasn't seen in years. Randomly ran into her. Then so her friend was just kind of walking around aimlessly doing nothing.
Well,
Or
here's
was she there for a purpose? Or was the purpose, oh hey, let's just meet up?
no, I think what the lie was that they were out at some elderly person's birthday and they ran into each other somehow because that's what women do. They go to 90-year-olds' birthday parties.
Always, they can't get enough of it.
Yeah. So once again, I told the guy, and I'd like to know what the people in the chat room to say. But my advice to him was, it's over. You're stupid to stay any longer. If you do, I understand it's going to be painful for you, but everything is painful. You know something? Here's the deal, and this is what I hate saying this because it sounds very cynical, and I don't mean it to be. But in your lifetime, everything that's good is going to die.
Mhm.
Everything. It's just the circle of life. It is what it is. The people your pets, relationships, friendships, everything is going to die on you someday.
True.
So what you need to do is surround yourself with people that you hope are going to last with you and not turn on you midway. Because that's that whole, if I have one good friend click, that's all you really need.
Yeah.
Because you'll find out sometimes after 5 years that you put the trust in the wrong person.
That's insane.
And then to be once again to hear that guy just totally shattered by the fact that, and a lot of it was that he was just he was very upset with himself for not seeing it.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of people in that situation don't because, again, you're thinking everything's fine.
Well, I know that there was some really big life things that happened with him. Like he had sick family members, and it was very important that she met them.
Yeah.
For him, it was important. Once again, he's introducing her to family members that are like second parents to him.
Right.
And then knowing they're going to die. Meanwhile, he hasn't met anybody in her family in 5 years.
Yeah.
Once again, that's why I say to him, you were fooling yourself. It is what it is. Accept it for what it is. And the fact is, I mean, if it's not good sex, if you're getting nothing from this, then what are you doing? Because all you're doing is making yourself feel bad because there might be a woman out there who isn't doing this to people.
Yeah.
I haven't met one yet, but there could be.
Obviously, this one is just off her rocker. I
Well, no,
mean,
I wouldn't say she's off a rocker. What I think is this. You know what it is? I think it's midlife crisis.
yeah,
I think it's a, you know something, I'm only gonna have one more chance to go out there and act like a jerk off and act like a single person
that's a good point.
because, and then to say stuff like, because she was saying to this guy, oh, I had a husband that was controlling and I had other people that were controlling. And he said, well, what does that have to do with me? I've been with you 5 years and I'm not.
Yeah.
I literally don't care what you do.
Mhm.
All I ask is you show me the respect of telling me. And when I have to catch you and stuff, you're showing me no respect.
Right.
It's a very simple thing.
Yeah, because honestly, if all right, I when I heard a little of this over the weekend, I put myself in that position, think, okay, if I was the one being questioned and being asked and all this, if my girlfriend right now came to me and asked the same sort of questions your buddy rather was asking,
Mhm.
I would answer him and have an open book, and I would say, any other questions? Like, what more do you need to know for me to prove to you that listen, I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Yeah, I don't want to make you feel bad.
Right.
Well, that's the whole point
I
of,
apologize for the lack of communication, but listen, I'll answer anything you have.
and it's not even about a love thing because people use that word love too easily, and that's why,
Does,
like
yeah,
personally,
they
in
do.
my relationship, oh, we waited, which was a great idea. We waited, so it meant something.
Right.
That's the way I looked at it. I didn't want the love you too.
Yeah,
who
if you
cares?
say it in the
That's-
first week, it doesn't mean anything.
yeah, it's stupid. It's
But
silly.
if you say it a year later,
Yeah, you mean it. When you say
Definitely.
it 4 years later,
yeah, that means a
you know,
lot.
it does mean a lot. Like,
Yeah.
okay, but then to be told, well, hey, yes, I know he was just saying that, but remember, we're just casual. This whole thing is just casual. The fact that I've met your kid and your dying, family member and have been a part of a lot of really crazy things.
major
Major
life
thing-
things.
Yeah, and like we've always been together. No, you know what it feels like to me? And I don't mean this as scummy as it sounds, but it almost seems like a pretty woman thing. Meaning,
Wow.
no, not a whore, but
No,
but saying like you're just renting her time.
this
And this guy's poor, so it's not like he's renting it with money, but it's one of those things where he just gets her for a certain amount of time and she'll pretend to be a certain way. And then when he
Yeah.
leaves, she gets to pretend to be other things with other people.
a lot of similarities in that.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
Well, tis what it is, my friend.
You're very, very bizarre.
So I keep telling him, up to you, but I would leave.
Yeah, yeah, I would too. I mean, I don't think this is worth it at all. I don't think, and kind of the end anyway.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think this is. This certainly isn't your buddy's fault. This is certainly something that he did not do anything to cause. It does seem like, yeah, exactly. Sorry, we're just talking behind the scenes. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can see. Anywho, I think that I think your friends get a lot of.
Thinking to do.
Actually, no, it really doesn't have
Yeah.
anything. I think this is pretty simple. I think for your friend's sanity, he just cuts it and says, "There, see ya."
Yeah, I think so too.
I am way better than this. And I don't know how much confidence your friend has ever had, but boy, this should be a good confidence booster. Meaning that, well, geez, I'm a lot better than that person because I know I would never treat another human like this.
Yeah.
So your friend is a lot better than that person.
Yeah. Well, once again, I'm not. I don't. I just when it comes to lying and all that stuff, I have no respect for it.
Yeah.
And I think what's worse is to hurt somebody who trusted you. That's the worst thing you could do.
I agree 100%.
So you'll be okay, buddy.
Yeah.
That's what I say. You'll be all
I'll
right.
tell your friend that we love him.
I certainly
And,
will.
and we have his back, and we're here for him anytime he needs it.
Aw,
All right.
I certainly will.
Yeah, we have to end the show a little early today because I'm starting a new training position at a new place.
Oh, I thought you meant Ross did something. And actually oh no.
I
okay.
wish that was the case. So this is just the only day that we have to leave a little bit early. Tomorrow, rest of the week, 10 o'clock, we're here till. All right, so take it. Well, that's it. The show. End the show. Gotta go. And have a great day, everybody. We will continue with everything tomorrow, and see you then. We are Renegade Radio. Goodbye.
Give it all away, never stay with a winner, with a man with all the everybody. Come on, keep it all alive with a ride on the record on the top, and you're gonna be a bad boy. Big man, you got it wrong, some long time friends gonna lose it in the end of the floor. Stay on, give it all away, stay a buzz, stay a man, stay a ghost, stay what you wanna be. Yeah.